All right, so we're hanging out at the store here on this Tuesday afternoon. That could be a song. Ha, it was. And a while back, I bought this device. It's basically a portable oven to flatten records. And I've had people ask, do you flatten records? And the answer was always no. And I still don't know if I do, but we're going to try this today. We're going to do it together on this video. I'm going to kind of do each step, video, record it, and share it with you all. So the results, whatever they may be, you're going to find out with me because I have not done this yet. I've not even plugged this thing in yet. I've read the directions. And I know that it takes about 3 or 4 hours if you get it right the first time. And right in the directions, it says you probably won't get it right the first time because you've got to adjust the temperature as you move along. Well, so I was going to play around with this last night, and I thought, heck, I'd be up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, it ended up being up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning anyway, but I didn't get this done. So I'm going to do it today while we're at the store. So we're going to see if we can flatten a record. And if this works, and I feel comfortable with it, we will start offering this as excuse me, as a service. Of course, I'm going to make you sign 82 pieces of paper that says I'm not responsible if I ruin your record. But we'll offer it, right? We'll charge a crazy price and take no responsibility. I won't even go there. I'm just being funny. I'm having a good time with you. But anyway, let's see if we can flatten a record. All right. So let me show you the record first of all. Okay, so we've got Midwest Heart Southern Blues by Nick Dittmer and the Sawdusters, and we have a pumpkin, a disco ball pumpkin. So if you ever watch this in the future, you know I did this around Halloween. Anyway, I've listened to this record. It will play, but it is warped. Let's take a look. Okay, there she spins. Yeah, she's got a little warp to her, right? Look at that. Yeah, let's look at the other side now. Well, it's warped on both sides. Imagine that. Having fun. So, okay, so we can see this record is warped. So let's see if we can flatten this record out. Make a good mental note of that because we're going to put it on this turntable when we're done and see what happens. All right, here we go. Okay, so we've got this thing on the cleaner. This is a Vevor digital ultrasonic cleaner. My wife got me this for Christmas a couple years ago when we were getting serious about doing the records. I can order these for you. I do not stock them at the store here because they're quite expensive, ranging anywhere from about $300 to $500, depending on how good of one you want. But I can order them. And I'd be glad to get you one if you would like to have one of these ultrasonic, fancy, super duper cleaners. Let me tell you, they do the job. You don't have to use a solution because the idea is the ultrasonic cleaning. I use a solution to make it look clean when it's done. Because just like restaurants have food presentation, we want to have record presentation, right? Okay, so I've got a few records on here. I didn't want to run a whole cycle for one record. So I got a few on. Plus, I didn't want it to have to absorb all the heat from cleaning it, although we're going to be heating it up a lot in a minute, but I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to do what I know. So what I know is doing 6, 7, 8 records at a time, right? So it's on the device, and then what we do here is we lower this down into the water. And just like maybe, yep, just like that, it's loosening, okay? So then what I always do is I give it one full rotational spin before I turn on the ultrasonics. Okay, so let me throw my glasses on here and see where the wet meets the wet. All right, so right about there. So now it's wet, and now we're gonna hit it. It goes for 5 minutes. I'm not gonna make you watch this thing spin for 5 minutes. But that's how long it goes, all right? So there we go. We've got it going for 4 minutes, 4:58, 4:57. You see it running down the clock here. So we'll be back with you in 5 minutes and show you the clean product. Okay, so when that's done, back to zero, we lift the records back up and then we take them off and we lay them down and let them air dry for a moment. And then I take lint-free cloth and I dry them the rest of the way. So that is the cleaning process of all records, whether you're trying to flatten them or not. So that's what we do. Pretty much around here, this isn't a rule, but it's a guideline, unless they're just already super clean looking. But if they're more than $10, they've been cleaned. That's what we try to do anyway. So Don't always play test them because Lord knows I ain't got enough time to play all them records. I wish I did. I really wish I did. But we at least try to clean them up for you. All right, so that's that. So let's take a pause here. I'm going to dry these things down, and then we're going to get the oven out and see what happens as far as flattening these things up. Okay, so the next step is getting the oven to work properly. So let me just show you what that looks like, all right? Here we go. So here's our oven, and we've got it on medium right now. And the goal is to get it up to about 150 and then let it cool back down to 130 and then do that a couple times so we can see how or understand how to maintain a consistent 130. Now there's the record. It goes between the top and bottom of the weights with the black sleeve. We'll show you that again here in a minute. But right now we got to see if we can get the temperature at a controllable 130 to 140. So that's what we're doing right now. All right, we're going in. We got, we've been to 140 down to 127 back and forth for a few minutes. So I feel like I got a little bit of a handle on it. And the other cleaning job that I was doing, I'm done with. So I'll be able to focus even a little bit more. So here, it's in there. It's flat. We'll see what happens. It says give it about an hour. So we'll check back in an hour. All right, so it's been an hour, and we had a hard time getting that thing back up to temperature once I put the flattener in there. Kept hanging out around 100 degrees and wouldn't go up to 130. So we cranked up the temperature and walked away for about 15 minutes. Come back, it's 180. So I probably fried this record. It's probably melted into a bunch of goopy go. But now we are on the cool down period, so we're going to let it cool down, hour 45 minutes per the instructions, and see what we got. See how bad we messed it up. Like I said, no promises. This is going to work, and I'm sure it's not, first run's not, I don't think I'm going to have beginner's luck on this one. I think it's going to require some practice, so we'll have to wait for the good records until I feel like I get a handle on it. But who knows? Who knows? We'll take a look here in about half hour, 45 minutes, and see what we got. All right, here we go. We're going to see what I did to this record, if anything. Here we go. All right, so we're going to loosen that up. Yep. Take the nut and the washer off, and we got to pick this thing up. Okay, there we go. And what's it look like? Well, it definitely changed the color. I don't think it's not warped anymore. It still looks warped. You can almost look at it and see it's warped. So let's go put it on the turntable and see what it looks like. Oh, maybe a minor correction? I don't think so, though. No, I mean, yeah, no, nothing. Nothing. No. Okay, so that was a failure. We're going to try it again. I don't know if we got enough time today. It's getting late in the day here, but we're going to try it again. And I think we're going to try just a regular oven rather than the pad there. I think that's a strategy we're going to do. All right, stay with us. The saga continues. All right, here we go. We're going to try this again. So we got a little outdoor, little tiny one. Pretty kind of cool. And we have this thing set at, what do we have just a minute ago? 130. So let me show you that. Let me put this in here real quick and show you that we're at 130. So we got it on bake. We got it there. We got the timer set. We're going to try it in the oven, the actual oven. So let's see. That should have been in there long enough to get a temperature, I think. Let's see. And 112, 113. So that's good because we want to be 120 to 140 with a 130 average. So we're going to put this thing in there. Yep, here we go. Putting it in. Oh, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's hard to do with one hand. All right. There we go. And we are going to leave the thermometer in there so we know what the temperature is when we check it, right? All right. So that's that. All right, close it up, and we're going to give it an hour. Or no, it says 2 hours. We close in 2 hours. So before we close, we'll give it a look and see if we've had any success using this method. right, guys, it's been 2 hours now, so here we go. I'm gonna open this thing up and see what we got. Thermometer right now reads 133. So it got as high as 160 and as low as 102 because it's very difficult to keep an oven at an absolute temperature. So we're gonna turn that off and we're gonna pull that out and let it cool on its own for about half hour, 45 minutes, and then we'll see what we got. So here we go, try number 2. All right, guys, we've been doing this all day. It's dark outside now, and we are at room temperature here. So let's pull this thing out and see what we got here, all right? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put you on pause here while I open this thing up. All right, so there it is, and it actually looks better. It actually does. Let's go put it on the turntable and see. Let's see what we got. Oh, ever so slight. Ever so slight. That's pretty cool. So we can see with our own eyes that we made a difference. Yeah, ever so slight. Okay, so what did we learn here? We probably needed a little bit more heat, and it would have been just fine. But yeah, that'll actually play. Okay, so it's been an all-day process, but that gives me hope. That gives me hope. I think I'm, again, we got to tweak this thing 2 or 3 times. I got a Green Day record that is just jacked up. So we'll try that one next. Like, I can't ruin it. It's that bad. Because that one I'm happy with. I'm going to leave that one alone. It's for sale in the store. But, how do I want to say this? It plays fine. You know, if you got an issue with it the way that it is, just let me know. Let me know. We'll work with you on it. Good record. But I just wanted to try that one. Because it's not one you can get your hands on real easily. So when it came into the store, I was super excited to get it. And then I put it on to play it, and it didn't skip, but it had that bad warp in it. Now it has a minimal warp, which some purists will not want that at all. But it's not jumping, and it's a lot better than it was. Anyway, it wasn't about the record. It was about the activity of seeing if we could flatten a record. And I say we had about a 70% success on it today. So we're going to go ahead and put this video together. We're going to post it. We're going to keep trying, and then we will update this video when we perfect the art. And then we will start offering it as a service. But again, you're going to sign 85 copies that says I'm not responsible if I damage your records, right? I'm just kidding with you. But I'm excited. I feel like I can do this. I feel a lot more like I can do this now than I did when I started earlier today, because I see what I've done. And working in the store today, you get distracted, you get busy. So I know that I let the oven cool to a lower temperature than what is optimal based on the instructions. And I also know that I let it get a little bit hotter than I should have. So being able to pay a little bit better attention, I might do better. Now, you're probably asking what's it sound like. I can't show you because then YouTube will shut me down on this one for the copyright infringement. So I'll take a listen and see what it sounds like, but I don't want to put it on the video here because I really want to share this with y'all, because I'm really hoping that we can offer this as a service for you here at the Soundtracks Record Store. All right, thanks for watching my all-day event, about a 7-hour thing. I probably took it down into about a 40-minute video. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Soundtracksrecords.com is our website. We're in East Tennessee. Come see us if you're in the area. Order anything you want online. And if you got records that are warped, won't be long. I think I'll be able to help you out. All right, we'll see you soon.